Welcome back, to the channel Coins Collector everyone, to another fascinating deep dive into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you're a true coin lover, history enthusiast, or just someone who enjoys the thrill of discovering hidden treasures hiding in plain sight, then you are absolutely in the right place. Because today, we're exploring one of the most legendary and talked about coins in American numismatic history, the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny, a small copper coin with a gigantic story and an even bigger value that will leave you amazed. Now, before we get into the incredible worth of this coin, yes, you heard it right. One example of this humble 1-cent piece has been valued at a jaw-dropping $772,000. Let's take a journey through time and uncover the fascinating history, symbolism, minting process, and hidden secrets behind this classic piece of American currency. The story of the 1941 wheat penny begins at a turning point in American history. The world was on the brink of war, industries were transforming, and the United States Mint was producing millions of coins to keep the economy moving as the nation prepared for turbulent times. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series, which first appeared in 1909, was already beloved by collectors and the public alike. Designed by the Lithuanian-American sculptor Victor David Brenner, this coin was meant to honor one of the most iconic and admired presidents in American history, Abraham Lincoln, whose leadership, courage, and vision forever changed the nation. The obverse side of the coin proudly displays Lincoln's dignified profile, surrounded by the words "In God We Trust" above his head, "Liberty" to his left, and the minting year, 1941, to his right. On the reverse side, you'll find two graceful stalks of wheat framing the bold words 1 cent and United States of America, along with the timeless motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one. Those wheat stalks symbolize prosperity, growth, and unity, a perfect message for a country rising from the Great Depression and looking toward the future. More than 887 million of these 1941 wheat pennies were struck that year across 3 U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and yet, despite the enormous numbers, not all of them were created equal. Some were struck with unique errors, rare double-die obverse, or unusual minting conditions that turned ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. That's where things get truly exciting, because a coin that once jingled in someone's pocket could now be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So how does a simple copper penny reach a value of $772,000? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and demand. Certain uncirculated 1941 wheat pennies, especially those with pristine red luster and nearly flawless surfaces, can command staggering prices at auctions. Professional coin grading services such as PCGS and NGC have identified a few specimens that are virtually perfect, coins that look as though they were minted yesterday. Combine that with the emotional connection Americans have to Lincoln's legacy, and you get a collector's dream come true. Throughout the decades, this coin has not only circulated through millions of hands but also carried with it the spirit of American endurance. Think about it, during 1941, the world was changing fast. The United States was emerging from economic hardship and about to enter World War II. Every penny mattered to families, soldiers, and businesses alike. To hold a 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny is to hold a small piece of that living history, a tangible reminder of an era defined by resilience and hope. Many coin collectors begin their journey by finding a wheat penny in spare change, maybe a dull copper coin that's been hiding in a jar for years. But that's the magic of collecting. What looks ordinary to the untrained eye could be a rare gem worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The 1941 wheat penny proves that even a 1-cent coin can tell an incredible story and hold a fortune for those who recognize its true worth. Today, experts estimate that the current market value of top-graded 1941 wheat pennies can reach as high as $772,000 depending on the mint mark, rarity, and grade. Lower-grade versions still hold respectable value, often ranging from a few dollars to several hundred for well-preserved specimens. But that ultra-rare, near-perfect coin, the one that has survived more than 8 decades without losing its shine, stands as one of the most valuable 1-cent pieces ever discovered in circulation. So, as we explore this incredible coin today, we're not just talking about money, we're talking about American heritage, craftsmanship, and the stories hidden in plain sight inside every pocket change. We'll look at how to identify the different mint marks, what to watch for in rare varieties, and what makes collectors go absolutely wild for this 1941 beauty. Stay tuned until the end because you won't want to miss some jaw-dropping examples of record-breaking auction prices and collector finds that turned everyday people into lucky owners of coins worth more than most luxury cars. So grab your magnifying glass, sit back, and let's dive deep into the history, mystery, and magic of the 1941 Lincoln wheat penny, the tiny treasure that proves sometimes 1 cent can be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel, where every coin tells a story, and every story could lead you to a priceless discovery. Let's get started. Today, we are unlocking the story of a small copper coin that carries a gigantic legacy, the coin of liberty, the 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, a single cent that's become a symbol of freedom, craftsmanship, and hidden fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A humble 1-cent piece from the mid-20th century that could be worth an astonishing $643,000 today in pristine condition. So buckle up, grab your magnifying glass, and get ready to travel back in time to discover the incredible journey of the 1956 wheat penny, from the heart of the Denver Mint to the pockets of everyday Americans, and now to the vaults of collectors and investors who know just how rare this beauty really is. Let's rewind the clock to the mid-1950s. A time of post-war prosperity, classic cars, jukeboxes, and the American dream in full swing. In 1956, the United States Mint was striking millions of Lincoln wheat cents, continuing a design that had already become legendary. The wheat penny, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, was America's first circulating coin to feature the portrait of a real person, the great emancipator himself. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side proudly shows Lincoln's profile, a symbol of liberty, courage, and unity, while the reverse features 2 wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, representing the nation's agricultural roots and hard-working spirit. Now, among the many millions minted in 1956, most were produced at the Denver Mint, marked by the small d beneath the date. Over 1.1 billion of these coins were struck, making it seem like a common year, but here's where the story takes a dramatic twist. Not all 1956 pennies are created equal. Certain rare variations, minting errors, and perfectly preserved specimens have become the holy grail for collectors. Some were struck with die imperfections, double die errors, or with brilliant uncirculated luster that survived decades without a single scratch. These rare survivors have turned a 1-cent piece into a potential jackpot for those lucky enough to find one. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that once jingled in the pocket of an American worker in 1956, maybe spent on a soda, a newspaper, or a bus fare, now valued at over $500,000. That's the magic of numismatics, history you can hold, a tangible piece of America's story, and proof that even the smallest treasures can hold enormous value. The 1956 wheat penny's worth has skyrocketed in recent years, fueled by collectors' passion and the rising popularity of vintage U.S. coins. The highest recorded auction price reached an unbelievable $643,000, paid for a near-flawless example with full red luster, sharp strike, and impeccable preservation. Experts say that as time goes on and more of these coins disappear from circulation or are locked away in private collections, their value will only continue to climb. Even common circulated 1956 wheat pennies can bring in a few cents to a few dollars, but when you find one in mint state condition, especially those graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, you're looking at serious money. Coins with doubling on the date or mint mark can push that value into the tens or hundreds of thousands, depending on rarity and condition. Collectors love this coin not only for its beauty and history but for what it represents, a chapter in America's past where every penny truly mattered. The wheat penny design was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial reverse, marking the end of an era. That's why every original wheat penny, especially the ones with the D mint mark and rare characteristics, hold such deep sentimental and monetary value today. So, as we explore this legendary piece of U.S. coinage, we'll dive into how to spot a valuable 1956 wheat penny, what errors and markings to look for, and why this single cent continues to captivate the hearts of collectors around the world. Stick around until the end, because I'll also show you how to identify whether your 1956 D penny could be hiding a fortune right in plain sight. This isn't just about money, it's about legacy, design, and the incredible artistry of the United States Mint. The 1956 D wheat penny is a small copper treasure that connects us directly to America's past, a coin that reminds us that even the smallest things can hold the biggest stories. So welcome back once again to the channel where history shines and coins come alive. If you're ready to dive into the mystery, magic, and million-dollar value of the 1956 D wheat penny, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and let's get started on uncovering the secret wealth behind the coin of liberty, the 1956 D Lincoln wheat penny.